Hey, hi, hello, how are you? I'm Pia and welcome to my ARC reading vlog. So if you're unaware of what an ARC is, it's an advanced reader copy. I personally get these from NetGalley, which is like an online site. You can sign up with your email and social media and all that nonsense. I'm not sponsored, so that you can read books and review them for free. So I have collected quite a few books here and I'm really excited. I have not read my ARCs in a long time because I feel like there's just been so many other things that I've been reading and doing that I haven't gotten to them. So I'm so excited. I know I look like I'm wearing pajamas, but I'm wearing this really cozy set and I'm having a good time. I just put on Bridgerton because I need some background noise while I read. But let's talk about what I have going on. I think that the book I'm going to start with is Cake Eater because this just looks the most intriguing to me. This is a Black Mirror-esque retelling of the reign of Marie Antoinette. And I believe it's set, okay, yeah, it's set in the future. It's set in 3070. Breathless luxuries, deadly secrets, and a thrilling romance. So I don't actually know a lot about Marie Antoinette, but I did read another kind of like sci-fi, I know this isn't sci-fi, but I did read a sci-fi story that was like not a retelling exactly of her time, but I know it's set in Versailles and kind of it had those vibes. But I'm actually very excited about this one again because I have really no expectations. Ooh, I sincerely hope that you can hear the dryer running. Hello my friends, it is Sunday. How you doing? Okay, so I have gotten some of the way through Cake Eater. I am finding it's very similar to that book. The book I'm talking about is Glitter by Aprilline Peck, something like that. That's a sci-fi. It's got the same kind of like Big Brother aspects that I'm talking about. So I'm like 30% into that right now and I'm liking it, I guess. It's not really doing a lot at the moment. So I'm hoping that at least by like the 40% mark, I can get a good grip of like the story and what the kind of like plot is gonna be. And then I did also start an audiobook because really how it goes with me and my ARCs is that I don't always get to them. I was thinking, like, I really should have like had the foresight, which would be impossible, but that I would only read, like, what if I only read ARCs? Like, I never read other books. But the whole issue with that is like, you have to read more ARCs to get more ARCs, and then you wouldn't be able to read the books that are already out. I don't know how we're gonna solve this crisis. But so anyway, so I started the audiobook for Butter or Worse because I had this as an ARC and it came out like last week or a week before, something like that. But it came out relatively recently that I'm like, it can fit with the vibes. And I have to do some drawers, so I figure I might as well have an audiobook so I can do those things and also do some reading at the same time. And since I haven't told you about that book, let me give you a little synopsis. You can tell by the title and probably the cover is that it has like an element of cooking. So it's these two hosts of a cooking show that hate each other. I don't know why, really. They just don't see eye to eye, I guess, and start disliking each other. And how it starts is the host, Nina, I'm gonna call her Nina, decides that she is no longer going to be on the cooking show and she's just gonna focus on like her restaurants or whatever. Something's gonna happen, I'm sure. I'm liking it pretty much so far. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about it. It's not very like cooking-y. That is my new adjective. Yeah, and I think I also thought that, at least when I requested it, I thought that it was going to be like baking, like a baking show, because I much prefer baking. I really don't care about cooking. Although you need it to survive, I don't really care. So we'll see. I'm 10% into that one. So I have to go wipe down my parents have these like really cool flower drawing painting things that have been in our attic for God knows how long. And I'm gonna bring them to my apartment when I move. I gotta go wipe those down and already put away my laundry. What else do I have? I'm doing this new thing where I'm trying not to work on the weekends because I have a horrible work-life balance because I don't have a life, so like I'm like constantly working. So you will see. Dude, my July wrap-up is gonna be so long. I don't even want to film it. I'm gonna have to film it. I know I have to film it, but I don't want to because it's gonna be so long and I don't want to do it. Anyway, and I organized my TBR, planning video stuff. It does not work. It's not work. I promise, it'll not work. Once I progress further into both of those books, I will let you know my thoughts on them.
Holly came in to say she wants to be in the vlog. Say hi, babe. That's my work desk. You can see. She's getting lots of work done. She is up here more than I am. I have some of the new designs over here as well. This one's so much. It's literally so cute. You know, I have a shop, Pia Prints. I don't know if I've mentioned it in this vlog. I'm probably annoying about it, but look at that. Fucking adorable. Alright, I love these. I'm sorry. She loves them too. She's the head designer, actually. She runs the brand. She does it all. She does it all. She's a businesswoman.
I didn't vlog yesterday, but I did, however, finish a book. So I finished for better or worse, and I had low expectations going into it. Like, I have really enjoyed the whole baking, cooking, romance genre. A little bit tired of it at this point. Yeah, I mean, like, the baking, or no, it's about cooking. Hello. The cooking was fine. The romance, that's what you're here for. Anyway, we got your like chef who like is very professional. She kind of like has her own like few restaurants, and then this guy who kind of runs this like chain restaurant, like an Applebee's kind of guy, but he still like wants to be very respected. And unfortunately for him, he's like kind of a misogynist too to his co-host for the show, and then she like quits. She's been getting a lot of shit from him and other people, and kind of been bashed online and whatnot, and then they start fake dating and like fall in love, and it's so strange to me. I do like fake dating. I like fake dating. I like enemies to lovers. I like those tropes well enough, but I do think like a trope is a trope. Like, at the end of the day, like, a trope is something that has been done time and time again, and if you're using such like familiar tropes, you really have to do something different in order to not have such a like played out story. And unfortunately this kind of like fell into those kind of pitfalls, I think. Yeah, I just really didn't believe any of it. Like, I didn't believe that this guy went from like 0 to 100. Like, I don't understand how he went from like being rude, like extremely judgmental and rude, to like introducing her to his mom. Like, I didn't get that one. But like, and how the whole thing resolves itself is just like boring. Things I liked, I like the discussion of women in cooking and kind of like an underrepresented thing. I like what happens with that kind of story arc, but other than that, I didn't get a lot out of it. I mean, it was cute enough, but like, I really didn't get like why they hated each other so much, like why there was so much animosity to begin with, and then why they were fake dating in the first place. It was so no. Okay, I give it like 2.5 out of 5 stars, because at the end of the day, like, it didn't offend me, but like, would I have DNF'd it if it wasn't an arc? Yes. I'm still reading Cake Eater. I'm still like a little over halfway through it. Haven't read more of that. But the next book I'm going to read, and the other book I'm going to read for this video, is Epically Earnest, because it has already come out and I really want to read it. I'm going to probably like switch back and forth between that and Cake Eater, just because I'm not loving Cake Eater, liking it, but I'm not loving it. So I really want to bake some Pop-Tarts today because I found a recipe and I really would like to make them. However, my pastry dough needs to thaw for 3 hours. So we're going to do some reading in the meantime. Oh my god, guys, I'm so excited to— I don't know if I've ever started any clip with oh my god, guys. That sounded so ingenuine. Oh my god, guys. I am so excited to be updating you because I am halfway through Epically Earnest, and let me just say, no, I'm 62% through. Let's like be specific here. I was reading a little bit on my laptop, as you saw. I don't do that often. I don't think I've even done that in like years because I now have a beautiful little iPad that I do everything on. My aesthetic, like, I don't know. But yeah, so I haven't done that in a while, but I don't know. I think I just like felt like being on my laptop. I don't know what I was doing. But I did bake some Pop-Tarts. I'm going to show you a picture. I'm very excited. I have not tried them yet, but hopefully they taste good. They're gluten-free, so very excited. But I did read that while I was like waiting for my puff pastry dough to defrost. I started Epically Earnest, and this is a debut, and I don't have like low expectations for debuts. I, you know, hope to be a debut author like in the near future, but I definitely just in general, like when it's a book that from someone I haven't heard of or that I haven't heard people talking about, I don't have any expectations really, and I think that's something as well. I don't think that's like a negative or positive. I think it's pretty neutral. I obviously now have the power to like be shocked and surprised of how much I love something and not disappointed when I don't. So Epically Earnest, this is following basically a group of 4 people. We have Jane, who is kind of our main character, and she is 18 years old. She's a senior, and she kind of like was a viral meme as a baby. She was, I think, Gucci bag baby was what she was called, because she was left as a child, as a baby, in a Gucci bag in a store, and then was later adopted and whatnot. And then we have Algie, her best friend, and then his cousin Gwen, who's interested in Jane, and Jane's cousin Cecil, who's interested in Algie. So kind of just like a little cute little square. But I'm really enjoying this. I mean, obviously we have like 2 queer relationships. The writing is great. It's like witty and very clever. It feels very like grounded too, I think. It's not trying to take on too much, but I do really like that it is like a very like friend-centric story. I love books about friend groups, and it does obviously have relationship kind of vibes, but it's also like a story about family, especially like this whole kind of like finding your family, knowing where you come from, and grappling with that is such an interesting thing to read about, and I really am enjoying how it's handled. I'm having so much fun with this book. This book is so good. I'm loving it. I don't know what to tell you. It also is set in New York, and I just get the vibes, you know? The vibes, immaculate. That's what's going on. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna go to sleep yet because it's not 9:30 yet, but I'm gonna read some more of that now, and then I'll probably update you for the last time tomorrow and hopefully wrap things up. As promised, it is the next day and I am back. I have a cool nifty thing on my arm now. Look at that. I named her Miley Cyrus. Anyways, so I finished both of those books. Let's first talk about Cake Eater because I did actually DNF this book. I don't like DNFing. I keep moving the bed. I don't like DNFing arcs, but this book like really wasn't going anywhere for me or anyone. But I just didn't like anything about this book except like one character, and he like wasn't in it that much. So yeah, see, that's why she's kind of annoying. She keeps buzzing. And I thought it wasn't going anywhere, and like there was like a love triangle. It was just like not what I signed up for, so I wasn't very excited about it. So there's that. Epically Earnest. I know I said yesterday I was loving it, and this just didn't disappoint. This was everything I wanted and more. Like, I don't think I knew anything about this going into it, and it was so fantastic. It was so great. Like, the writing was so clever and witty. The characters were so genuine. I feel like their dialogue and their conversations were also like really authentic. I didn't feel like anything was like forced or like just like added for drama or shock value, which I feel like you can get a lot. And it's kind of like a shorter book, and I do think it like covers a good amount of ground while also being kind of like a slice of life in some ways, because you really only like follow these kids. I'll call them kids because I'm their elder. These kids in like their last, just like leading up to prom, like literally like I don't know how long it is. Maybe it's like a month. It just took no time at all for me to like absolutely fall in love with these characters. I adore them so much. Like legitimately too much. They're all like have a good amount of like flaws and like quirks that make them unique, and I just loved it. It was great. It was like lots about family and like finding your family and friendships, and there's the romance that was really great. Like everything about this book just hit, you know? Like it was so good. I was so excited about that, especially since I don't think I've heard anyone talk about this book, and you need to, because you got a female-female relationship, you got a male-male relationship, and they are just stellar, like outstanding writing. Love it. So I do have to wrap up this vlog. I actually got another arc. I got 2 more arcs while filming this vlog, so you guys are my lucky charm. I'm just gonna say that right now. So maybe I'll do some more arc vlogs. They're honestly like kind of the hardest things for me to film, just because I so rarely, and I say that, I would say I never, but I actually just got one, but I so rarely get like audiobook arcs, and audiobooks are like a major reason why I read so much, because it is hard to kind of like dedicate the time to just sit down and stare at a page. So basically all my arcs are like e-arcs, which is fine. It just means that it takes me a lot longer to read them. That's all for this video. Let me know if you guys use NetGalley, what like your best finds on NetGalley have been. Mine have probably been Beach Read, I got an arc of. Tweet Cute, I got an arc of. I got an arc of Malibu Rising. Yeah, I think those are my top 3 arcs. But yeah, let me know. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe to all of the things, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Say bye to Miley!